Most people go to networking events hoping something good happens. But the leaders who get the most out of these events, they walk in with intention. I was coaching a client recently who was attending a financial leadership conference. And like many professionals, they were thinking about it the way most of us do. I'll meet some people, listen to some panels, maybe learn something interesting. But when we dug deeper, we realized something important. They actually had five different things that they were hoping to get out of the event. And so they were wanting to understand where the financial profession and industry were headed. They wanted to learn from other senior leaders. They wanted to expand their professional network and they wanted to think about what are the future career possibilities, as well as they wanted to build kind of the relationships outside of the company. And so when we talked about it, it was really more strategic, not very tactical. They wanted to really kind of think broad and bigger than them. And so all of those things that we identified, there's a lot of value there, but only if you approach the event intentionally. Most people walk into those networking events and let the experience just happen to them. But the leaders who get the most value treat this like a mission. They ask themselves, what do I want to learn here? Who would be helpful to talk with? What conversations move my thinking forward? And then they show up curious, not transactional. And I think that's a very, very important distinction. Curious, not transactional. You're not going in to check the boxes and say, well, gee, yeah, I wanted to meet with five new people, got five new names, five new email addresses, check, 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 check. I got my resume out there. No, this is not what this is. That's not going to get you moving forward. Transactional will not work. You have to sit in a mind of curiosity. You're not trying to sell yourself. You're trying to learn and absorb. One of the best things that you can do before a networking event is write down three things you want to learn. Then think about the types of people who might help you learn those three things. And finally, prepare a couple thoughts and questions that spark real conversations, not just typical, like, oh, what do you do kind of questions, but questions that actually provoke and produce actual conversations. So, hey, what's the biggest shift you're seeing in the industry right now? What are the things that are really burning hot for you daily? You're looking for real conversations. And you can only have a real conversation if you approach it from a mind of curiosity. Networking events aren't really about collecting business cards. Well, business cards. They're about gaining perspective, building relationships, expanding how you think about yourself, your career, your future. But only that happens when you walk in with intention. So if you're a leader who wants to be more intentional about your career, your relationships, and how you show up professionally, this is exactly what we do in coaching.